All right, so next I'm going to show you how to determine an expression in X for a composite function, or for the composite function f of g of x. Now, when we form a composite function, literally what we really are doing is we are taking two functions and making it into one function. And here's how we do it. I'm going to take the function on the right and put it inside of the function on the left. I'm going to take the function on the right, so I have f of g of x. The function on the right is g of x. I'm going to take the function on the right, which is g of x, and put it in the function on the left, which is f. And here's how I do that. So I'm going to say f of g of x is equal to, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by writing f. Now the f function is 2x minus 5. That's the f function. But wherever I see x in the f function, I'm going to take out x and put g, which is 3 minus 2x. So inside here, I'm going to put 3 minus 2x. All right, so let me just finish this. So let's say that again now. So we want to form a composite function. And here's how we do it. All right, so we're a little break. We're forming a composite function. And when we're forming a composite function, literally we take two functions, put them together and form one function. Here's how we do it. We're going to take the function on the right and put it inside the function on the left. The function on the right is the g function. So we're going to put g inside of f, and this is how we do it. We're going to write the f function, which is the function on the left, and the f function is 2x minus 5. But in the f function, wherever we see x, we're going to take out x, or we're going to replace x with the g function, which is 3 minus 2x. And then all we have to do is to simplify. So this becomes 2 times 3 is 6. I'm applying distributive law. 2 times minus 2x is minus 4x minus 5. So we have 6 minus 5 minus 4x. So 6 minus 5 is 1 minus 4x. So f of g of x is 1 minus 4x. What I just did for f of g of x, I want you to do for g of f of x. All right, so next we're going to determine an expression in x for the composite function g of f of x. So remember I said when you're forming a composite function, literally you're putting two functions together to make one. And literally how we do it is we take the function on the right and put it inside the function on the left. So if I want to want an expression for g of f of x, I'm going to start by writing the g function. Now the g function is 3 minus 2x. But in g, wherever I see x, in g, I'm going to take out x and put f. And the f function is actually 2x minus 5. So literally, I just took the what? The f function, which is the function on the right, and put it inside of the g function. How do I do that? I write the g function, and wherever I see x in the g function, I replace it with the f function. So this is 3 minus 2 2's, we get what? 4x. Minus 2 times minus 5 is positive 10. So we have 3 plus 10. minus 4x. This is 13 minus 4x. All right. So next, I'm going to show you now how to find f of g of 5. Given that we know that f of g of x is equal to 1 minus 4x. So we know this. And then later on, I'm going to show you an alternative approach in which you could find f of g of minus 5 without knowing what f of g of x is. So if I have f of g of x and I want to find f of g of minus 5, simply, all I'm going to do is wherever I see x, I'm going to replace x with minus 5. So this is 1 minus 4 times minus 5. 1 positive 20, because minus 4 times minus 5 is 20, and 1 plus 20 is 21. So f of g of minus 5 is equal to 21. Guys, please find g of f of 5, given that g of f of x is equal to 13 minus 4x. So I want you to find g of f of 5, given that g of f of x is 13 minus 4x. All right, guys. So if you already know that g of f of x is 13 minus 4x, and you're asked to find g of f of 5, all you have to do is over to the right, wherever you see x, you're going to replace it with 5. So this is 13 minus 4 times 5. This is 13 minus 20. The answer here is 13 minus 20 is minus 7. If the signs are different, subtract and keep the sign of the larger number. So next I'm going to show you how to find f of g of minus 5 and g of f of 5 without first finding f of g of x and g of f of x. All right, so f of g of minus 5 and g of f of 5, an alternative approach. All right, guys, so you're reminded that f of x is 2x minus 5 and g of x is 3 minus 2x. Guys, if someone asks me to find f of g of minus 5, the first thing I would find is g of minus 5. So g of x is equal to 3 minus 2x. G of minus 5, wherever I see x, I'm going to put minus 5. So this is 3 minus 2 times minus 5. This is 3 plus 10. Minus 2 times minus 5 is 10. So g of minus 5 is 13. So f of g of minus 5 is the same as saying f of 13. And that is because g of minus 5 is 13. So if I wish to get the value, if I want to find out what is f of g of minus 5, all I have to do is to find f of 13. Now, to find f of 13 in f, which is here, in f, wherever I see x, I'm going to replace x with 13. So it is 2 times 13 minus 5. This is 26 minus 5. The answer here is 21. And you can remember when we did it the other way on the other side, we also got 21. Just like how the answer for this g of f of 5 should come out to be -7. Now, I want you now to find g of f of 5 using the approach that I just showed you. All right, so we're being asked to determine the value of g of f of 5. So this is what I said to you. If someone asks you to find g of f of 5, you must first find f of 5. So f of x is 2x minus 5. And we need to find f of 5. This is 2 times 5 minus 5. This is 10 minus 5, which is 5. So therefore, f of 5 is equal to 5. And so g of f of 5 is the same as saying g of 5. Is the same as saying g of 5. And that is because f of 5 is 5. So f of g of 5, g of f of 5 is equal to g of 5. So in g, wherever I see x, I'm going to put 5. So this is 3 minus 2 times 5. So we have 3 minus 10. The answer here is -7. G of f of 5 is -7 using the alternative approach. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to find the inverse of a composite function. So E says, determine an expression in X for f of g inverse of x. So in other words, we're being asked to find the inverse of the composite function f of g of x. Well, whether it's a composite function or a regular function, finding the inverse basically works the same way. 4 steps, take out f of g of x and say y is equal to 1 minus 4x. That's step 1. Step 2, we need to interchange x and y. So x is equal to 1 minus 4y. Step 3 is to make y the subject. So minus 4y on the right goes over to the left and becomes positive 4y is equal to 1 minus x. Positive x on the left goes over to the right and become negative. Then I divide both sides by 4, and we get y is equal to 1 minus x over 4. Step 3 is to make y the subject. Step 4 is to take out y and say f of g inverse of x is equal to 1 minus x over 4. Guys, please find or determine an expression in x for g of f inverse of x. As soon as you do, type your answer in the chat. All right, so g of f inverse of x, 4 steps. Take out g of f of x and say y is equal to 13 minus 4x. Step 2 is to interchange x and y. So x is equal to 13 minus 4y. Step 3 is to make y the subject. So we have 4y is equal to 13 minus x. Last step, divide both sides by 4. And we get that y is equal to 13 minus x over 4. And the last step, take out y and say g of f inverse of x is equal to 13 minus x over 4. So that is us finding the inverse of a composite function. And the steps you take to find the inverse of a composite function is the same steps you'll take to find the inverse of a regular function.